Ollieland's psychological thriller, Good Me, Bad Me, 2017, centers around a young girl who makes a horrifying discovery: her mother is likely a serial killer. The girl must then confront the chilling reality that she is expected to testify against her own mother in court. Critics greeted the novel with overwhelmingly positive reviews upon its release, highlighting its distinct narrative style and voice. An English author, this debut novel marked Land's foray into the world of fiction. With over a decade of experience as a child and adolescent mental health nurse in both the UK and Australia, Land brought a unique perspective to her writing. The story unfolds in England, revolving around 15-year-old Annie, who resides with her mother, a source of intense terror for her. Due to this fear, she refrains from inviting friends over. Unbeknownst to the world, her mother is a malevolent murderer, inflicting torture and death within the confines of their home. Despite her love for her mother, Annie eventually reaches her breaking point and contacts the police. The novel opens with her mother facing charges for the murder of at least 9 children. Annie, now known as Millie, is placed under protective custody, granted a new identity, and entrusted to a foster family, the Newmonts. Millie must acclimate to her new life, including attending a different school, while striving to distance herself from her haunting past, everything except her mother. Millie is the crucial witness who can expose her mother as a serial killer. Though reluctant, she becomes aware that testifying is the only way to ensure justice for the victims. Millie's foster parents, the Newmonts, are carefully chosen to provide her with unwavering support. Her foster father, Mike, is a psychologist, well equipped to assist Millie's adjustment to life without her mother, drawing from his professional insights. He recognizes the signs of her struggle and is determined to help her. Meanwhile, her foster mother, Saskia, dedicates herself to homemaking. They have a daughter named Phoebe, close in age to Millie. As Millie navigates her new life, she realizes that Phoebe harbors a reluctance towards her presence. While Mike is aware of Millie's past, he decides to shield Phoebe from this knowledge. Phoebe being kept in the dark about Millie's experiences is paramount to Mike. Psychologically, Millie wrestles with a multitude of issues. Instances of self-harm are frequent, and she has previously contemplated suicide. Her mother's influence has instilled feelings of unworthiness and malevolence, leading her to question the validity of these sentiments. Most significantly, Millie carries a burden of responsibility for the tragedy that transpired involving the children. She grapples with a sense that she failed to act in time and believes that others silently hold her accountable. In an unexpected turn, Millie forms a friendship with Morgan, a reserved classmate who lacks other companions. Morgan's challenging home life garners Millie's empathy. Millie yearns to confide in Morgan about her past and the traumatic events she endured, yet she hesitates due to the potential repercussions. Fear of being perceived as malevolent or monstrous prevents her from sharing her truth with Morgan. Simultaneously, Millie engages with her counselors and the prosecution, delving into the details of the murders and her first-hand experiences. She recounts her mother's creation of a sinister space referred to as the playground, where young children were mutilated and killed, and Millie herself endured torture. The novel abstains from explicit descriptions of the murders and child abuse, relying instead on implicit implications. The notion of sexual assault is also alluded to. Meanwhile, Mike becomes consumed with writing a book centered on Millie and her mother. This endeavor absorbs his attention, causing him to overlook the dynamics unfolding within his own household. He remains oblivious to Phoebe's bullying of Millie and her sense of vulnerability in their home. Saskia, likewise, falls short in establishing a connection with Millie. Engaging in frequent shopping trips with friends or yoga sessions, Saskia remains distant from Millie's world. Unhappy with her new circumstances, Millie harbors regrets about reporting her mother. At school, Phoebe escalates her bullying tactics. Collaborating with her close friends, Claudine and Izzy, Phoebe subjects Millie to abusive messages and unrelenting teasing. The trio shadows Millie, taunting her relentlessly, leaving Millie feeling powerless and unsure of how to respond. She grapples with a desire to avoid causing harm, fearing that reacting aggressively would liken her to her own mother. Conversely, she despises the sensation of being taken advantage of. With the impending trial approaching, Millie begins to divulge more details regarding the 9th and final victim. She offers insight into the circumstances surrounding her decision to alert the authorities and put an end to her mother's actions. Unveiling a chilling truth, it is revealed that the ninth victim, Daniel, was Millie's closest friend and the sole source of kindness in her life. Despite Millie's attachment to him, her mother subjected Daniel to torment. Ultimately, Millie ended his life as an act of compassion. In the background, Phoebe uncovers Millie's true identity. Consumed by fear regarding Millie's potential actions, Phoebe is incredulous that her father consented to foster someone like Millie. Millie exploits Phoebe's trepidation, subjecting her to torment. The role of victim has shifted. Millie has assumed the role of predator, mirroring her mother's demeanor. With vengeance in her sights, Millie meticulously devises a plan to exact her revenge. In a fateful afternoon encounter, Millie startles Phoebe, triggering a panic-stricken reaction that propels Phoebe backwards, resulting in a fatal fall down the stairs. Millie's emotions remain surprisingly unburdened by guilt. Eliminating Phoebe was the sole method to halt the bullying and secure a lasting place within the Newmont family. The narrative concludes, leaving readers to contemplate whether Millie is destined to follow in her mother's footsteps as a serial killer, or if her path diverges. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.